All right, we got 2 weeks worth of shit to cover. Not a whole lot of time to do it. I wasn't. I didn't go and record it last week because I had a black eye from weights falling on my face because I've been there chest press and one of the clamps falling off. Anyways, we're gonna start off with the Destiny 2 community needs to do better, and also I wish Valve and Steam, along with Bungie, would permanently ban the offending accounts. This is in response to, as you can see right here, just absolutely atrocious. And I'm not going to blow these up, but what I'm basically said for the developer to kill himself. And this is just absolute bullshit. The fact that you had people get their username and start sending them requests and messages that are very, very disparaging, that that shit can't be tolerated at all. And I mean, literally, things need to fucking change. It's egregious towards developers. People have threatened to kill them. They have threatened a bunch of other stuff. And the fact that it's getting this out of hand, Bungie seriously needs to step in and actually do something. And if you'll remember a while back, there was fake DMCA takedown claims, and they just won a massive lawsuit with that. So now that they'll have, the additional funds, we still ain't gonna see anything worthwhile because I am gonna get um fucking final shape, but I'm not expecting much. Moving on to the topic at hand. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's one of the things where it's one thing, talk trash to people. It's another to threaten the lives of an entire company. Don't fucking do that shit. I don't care if you're pissed off at the content and everything else like that, and everything and all the other stuff. It's just it's stupid. Why people allow things to get this far out of control is beyond me. Bungie and Steam and Valve all need to do something whenever it comes to shit like this. Moving on. This guy makes some damn good points. Just watch and listen.
Some fucking crybabies. First, y'all crying and bitching about your meta builds. Then you kicking players off who don't use the build that you want them to use. Then y'all complaining about the nerfing of certain weapons. Then this Reddit post says Helldivers is an unbalanced wreck of a game masked only by great concept and presentation.
What?
You know what we used to tell people like you back in the Halo 2 days? Get good. Then you got this one right here. This game is unplayable trash. You should have seen me and my squad last night. Unplayable where? They even on Steam talking about this game is unbalanced as fuck. You know what I smell? I smell pussy! First of all, I need y'all to understand something. The game is meant to be unbalanced. You're supposed to be cooked. We are literally playing as a squad of barely trained soldiers fighting an intergalactic war for a cause that hardly any of us actually understand. Like, have we lost the concept of just having fun with a fucking game? Have we lost the concept? See, me personally, I think it brings a sense of realism to the game, right? Because how else would a squad full of barely trained soldiers actually be? That war will be extremely imbalanced. Let's be honest, bro. Don't nobody know why we shooting these motherfuckers. We do it anyway because it's fun. I just don't understand how y'all managed to turn a non-toxic game, a game that was literally designed to avoid toxicity, and still made it toxic. Like, it's people already in this game at like level 50 and 60. Maybe if you went outside and touched some grass every now and again, you probably would still be enjoying the fucking game. It's like y'all rush to be the biggest and baddest motherfucker in every single game that comes out. And when you get tired of it, then you start pointing out all the problems, trying to ruin it for everybody else. The game is not meant to be fair, bro. It's just not. We are a team of extremely regular people fighting an extremely irregular war.
And he makes points. Like, seriously. I have a blast whenever I play Helldivers. Am I good at it? Fuck no. Do I care? Fuck no. I want to enjoy the game the way I see fit. People want to bitch at me for it? Fuck off. I don't care. They can go fuck themselves. It's a PvE game. There's no PvP mechanics, and people will still make it to where it's going to be toxic. And let me let me go ahead and say this. If you are joining somebody's team and you don't help out, you're an asshole. Myself and a buddy of mine, we uh we had two randoms join, and they sucked. Point blank. They absolutely sucked. They kept saying that I was getting my ass handed to me. Didn't bother to, call me away from the fucking combat. Instead, they just allowed me to constantly get killed left and right, not even bother to use some of their stratagems or anything like that. Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, seriously, if you're joining somebody else's game, help out. Use your fucking stratagems. See what's going on and everything else, man. Don't just hold on to all your shit until the very, very fucking until the very end. This right here made me laugh. These two creators. This is Neon. This is Moist Critical. String Bean wants to fight him. Now I would pay money to see Moist beat the shit out of Neon. Like, seriously. It's when you say something so fucking asinine, it's you have to question their sanity. Like, I guarantee you, Neon ain't really ever been out into the real world before. Much like, other bigger streamers and stuff that have never really been into the real world. They're all still behind a fucking camera. And yeah, I know you're gonna say, "Oh, well, that makes you a hypocrite." No, I served my country for 9 years. I worked retail. I was a real estate agent. And I worked construction. 4 different fucking sectors. I've actually done real world shit, not just sit behind and portray this personality and everything else and talk shit left and fucking right without the means to back it up. I'm gonna tell you, if that actually happens, I'm honestly gonna buy a fucking ticket and watch Voice Critical beat the shit out of Neon. It's just gonna be hysterical. Yeah, I'm kind of going at a little faster pace because, like I said, I got 2 weeks to cover this. All because butt buddies and everybody else having their fucking feelings hurt. That's literally what this is. All because somebody decided to go and make a new community. They took offense to it and proceeded to call and contact their immediate contacts and have that account banned. My question is, when will the oversight actually step in? Because it's only a matter of time before Kick gets investigated for some of the shit that's been said and some of the stuff that's been posted by its bigger creators that are under severe contact or contract and everything else. It's excuse me. It's pretty interesting when you look at the bigger picture and pretty interesting when you see things happening, man. Like when you see Aiden Ross or Trainwreck or somebody sit there like and want to portray try to be serious, but they're not serious whenever it matters the most. You need to question what's really going on. Because I'm gonna tell you now, if I was a fucking board member on Kick and I actually had pull, more than half of my accounts are gone. I'll pay them out what they're rightfully due. Contracts will be terminated and they be gone. And yes, I know you can see I follow Eddie for a reason. Just because I don't, I'm not fond of what's going on doesn't mean shit. Yeah. This is about the situation going on in Haiti, and I know this is like a week ago. Yeah. Like this is in response to what's going on with Haiti, and you have to ask yourself why things haven't progressed when you have the Clintons that invested so much money into Haiti, and Haiti is now in the state it's at. Because it's only a matter of time before the U.S. intervenes to put somebody in place, and they talk about this in this video, and I'm not going to play it because I can actually state and preface everything that said that they're going to put somebody, they're going to prop somebody up, they're going to call for support, they're going to call for aid, and maybe stabilize it just a little, and make deals with the gangs, just so that it can be a stable region. Because in reality, I feel for the Haitians. I feel for those that are there because Haiti used to be a beautiful country. Then the earthquake hit. Then the Clintons came by, and it's just dwindled down ever since. It's just one of them things where you have to take a look at the bigger picture of what really happened to understand where you're at now. People are like, "Oh well, they didn't do anything." Really? They fucking robbed the Haitians of their country. And this. I've been to both their channels and I watched her VOD. She is actually engaging. Yeah, you know, may not be up on the statue as to where some partners need to be, or where some people need to be, or anything else. But when you have a jackass like this coming through, so I don't know, maybe it has that many. Actually, let's take a look. 109,618 total followers, and has had the account since October 2nd of 2010. Obviously, he hasn't been streaming since then. When idiot wants to harass somebody who's just vibing, playing the same game, and I'm pretty sure she wrecked Steve. He came by her channel and started being an ass. Now, Steve, I'm going to tell you straightforward. Swing by my channel or send your little fucking goons to my channel. You're going to find out real fucking quick. Because I'm going to fucking time you out for a minute and I'm going to let off. Then I'm going to fucking ban you and report your ass to goddamn Twitch. And hoping to God that you get your partnership stricken. Because you are not deserving of partner. But my fucking channel, watch what the fuck happens when you say some shit like that. You think you set a perfect example for people on Twitch? You don't. This was really good. This is a much bigger, a much needed change for those who have internet and everything else. One thing I will say is that when it comes to internet, I'm at a parallel speed 500 up, 500 down on megabytes for on a fiber optic network. A lot of the people who are on coaxial and broadband, not so much. And while, yeah, they want to try to put this, I know what this actually means. Having worked in the, telecommunications section for quite some time, I know what this means. It means that when companies say, "Oh, hey, you'll get 100 megabytes per second," that's the max that you'll get. It's no longer gonna be fucking capped. That's essentially what that means. And I mean, this is a huge, huge win for people that have internet, that are on lower speeds, that are getting robbed constantly of what they pay. We'll touch on that. We'll touch on this one, but first and foremost, listen to what Nadeshot has to say about people doing some stupid shit.
I don't understand why people watch other people fucking with other people in public. Like, people think it's a lot of people think it's hilarious, but some of this live stream bullshit, I truly feel like a purist. Like, look at you, dumb fucking Gen Z bitches. You guys just you guys are ruining this whole thing. We had a nice thing going here. It was great. We had a little pocket of the internet that was kind of our own. And now you guys are out here just doing the dumbest shit imaginable, like truly the definition of natural selection. If you are a living, breathing individual who owns a gun and you jokingly put it in your girlfriend's mouth live on stream while you guys are fucking hammered drunk, brother, you need to be locked up for life. Because I promise you ain't gonna do nothing good for society in the years to come. It's insane, bro. Like, some of the shit that I see in live streaming now, I'm like, I don't even want to be. I'm too good for this. You know what I mean? Like a real like narcissist and shit. But like, stop. Like, I don't.
And he's talking about the the fucking two idiots that were hammered, whether it was a BB gun or a real gun, doesn't fucking matter. Where they were, joking all the other crap. Like, no, seriously, stop. Just get the fuck out of streaming. You have no business in this industry at all. And I'll list, if anybody's going to give me any advice in streaming, Nadeshot, Lupo, believe it or not, Dr. Disrespect, Gathalion, even Nick Marks, Tim the Tapman as well. These are like the pioneers of streaming, in my view. Now, on the bigger perspective, they're going to give me any advice. That's who I'll listen to. But whenever it comes to the smaller guys, I have my core group that, in comparison to them. Not saying that they're small in any stature, because I've actually met with a few. But no, Cycle Plays, Fee and Furnace, Enforcer 3ID, Asika, fucking, and even a few of my community members, even some of my mods, I will go to them for advice. It's because you associate with who you are connected with, much bigger than what you want to see. And what I mean by that is the bigger picture is always better whenever you can have everything mapped out and everything correctly done. Will it always happen that way? No. It's always at a very, very small, finite little area, right? Where a couple of these guys got lucky in. Ninja, for example, he got lucky because he had the perfect timing whenever his esports contract was up to jump in and be sponsored, and or I wouldn't even say sponsored, but had an opportunity presented in front of him to be able to do what he needed to do. And then motherfucker ran with it. Lupo. Night Ninja. Look at how he turned about. Nate Shot, Nick Merckx, both 100 Thieves, Dr. Disrespect. He's a figurehead in this industry, whether people like him or not. And Tim the Tapman, arguably one of the best and purest form content creators you could ever watch. And I'm not joking. Like, those are my founding. Like, that's my foundation whenever it comes to what live streaming is, what content creation really is. You got all these idiots, trying to do everything else, going in front of people, being racist towards another country's culture, and doing all the stupid fucking shit, putting firearms next to people's heads and shit. I'm gonna be honest, like, if Kick, and a lot of these assholes are on fucking Kick that are doing this shit, and I already said it once, Kick doesn't get its head out of its ass, it's gonna shut down faster than what Mixer did. This guy, go fuck yourself. Just go fuck yourself.
Christopher Nolan, is your idea to use a violin in the score, and it allowed me to work and collaborate with my wonderful wife and acclaimed violinist Serena Goranson. We were recording at night, and we were rushing to go home and put our kids Apollo and Romeo down to bed. But the result of that was amazing, and it really set a really nice tone for the film of that performance. Teresa Stanislav, Jake Brown, Chris Fogel, Anthony Parther, Alyssa Park, thank you for making the music sound great. And to my parents up there, thank you for giving me guitars and drum machines instead of video games. Thank you.
Go fuck yourself, because that's a slap in the face to every single composer and every single music director that has ever worked on any video game. Go fuck yourself. Like, seriously. I know talented music composers and talented artists that play games that do more in 1 8-hour session than you do the months it takes to do your composition bullshit on a fucking film. So go fuck yourself, dude. You have just no. Just no. And yeah, I'm gonna be kind of crude here when I say I hope his career fizzles out after that. Now, let's talk about the fucking elephant in the room as to why I don't push any content to the other 3 green sites. Rumble, or live content, I should say. Rumble, Trovo, and Kick. And why I am more focused on Twitch, and I would honestly be, entertaining the notion on Partner. Yes, you heard that right. On Twitch, as well as pushing content to Live Space and SharePlay. Let's start with the 2 smaller ones, right? Live Space, SharePlay, right? Both are small. Both have a tight network. I can DM staff if needed. In any case of any harassment. Both are actually like responsive chat. And they're focusing on what's really needed. Now, let's look at Twitch. All right. Until Dan Clancy came around, and until freaking he became CEO, the other dude, I think his name was DJ Wee or whatever his name was. Nothing was being done whenever it comes to moderation. They were seeing creators constantly get harassed. They were seeing the astronomical amount of reports coming through. And it didn't sit with, like, it didn't click with them that there were, you know, like there was nothing in the realm of, oh, well, we need to roll this out and everything else. Excuse me. Then enter Dan Clancy. He did an overhaul. Shield mode came out to where if I'm having an issue with anything in my channel, and I have every single thing already set to go, all I have to do is click one button, and it will instantly turn on all the moderation settings I have set. Whether you need to have a verified account with a verified email address and number, it will flag suspicious accounts on the back end and hide it from chat. On top of that, I have the batch reporting tool where I can send that to other people as well. I don't have to hit them up in Discord. I could just put their username in on Twitch and send that to them on a batch, like on a shared banned account. And the batch reporting tool allows me to basically select the accounts that have been banned and do a batch report, whether it be ban invaders or, you know, harassers in the channel on any type of factual grounds or anything like that, and send it to support. And they have actually been very, very good about that in recent events. I have been super critical of Twitch until that rolled out. Now, while I am still critical of Twitch, I've eased back on how much I jump on them for the smallest thing. I'm letting them work on the things that they need to work on, taking a look at that, and then going through and, you know, making my own opinion. Now, when it comes to the other three, let's take a look at Rumble first. Rumble, then Trouble, then Kim. Rumble, their support's non-existent. They have no moderation tools. And I'm not going to push content out where I like live content where I have no tools and my moderators have no tools where I and they can all effectively ensure the safety of the community and my channel. Not gonna happen. The same thing with the other the channels that I'm a fucking moderator on as well. I'm not going to do that if there's nothing there. Simple. Your email, your fucking support email is bullshit because nobody responds. And I've sent several dozen emails like following up on the issue. Hello, anybody there? Met on deaf ears. It's like I'm trying to email Facebook support. And with y'all wanting to buy Twitter, or not Twitter, fucking TikTok, nope. Just nope. I don't care who you are. When you don't understand what's really going on with everything that needs to be going on and that needs to be improved, you fail as a platform. Your core basis of your platform should be moderation tools. Yes, I know Rumble is a place for free speech, but when you have people at will doxing your creators, and the only thing you can do is mute them, that's a fail. Trovo. I was with Trovo since the mixer shut down, and now I'm seeing things that I don't like seeing. And it's just one of the things where it's like, yes, I can see how things are going about. you're not focusing on the tools that are being needed to be focused on. You have some moderation tools and stuff. You have the inability to prevent people from creating multiple accounts from that same IP address, that same MAC address, which I know y'all track on the back end. Anything, if you see like 3 accounts created from the same IP address, or even the same MAC address, and I know it's tracked on the back end, you should flag it and ban all of them. It's not. Don't tell me that there's no way of doing that. I mean, pretty easy in my book. Pretty simple, right? Because your engineers have the ability to do this, but you don't want to fucking pull the trigger and do it. Now let's move forward to what your wardens have told me in the past. Adjust the fucking amount of time people need to be following the channel and their accounts to be active on the platform before they can even chat. Sounds to me like y'all are lazy at your jobs. And that y'all don't want to do your jobs. Fuck it, let me do your job. I'll get paid to sit on my ass and not do a goddamn thing. Especially whenever, the amount of accounts that I have tracked on everything. It's pretty suspicious that you don't want to fucking do your goddamn jobs. Anyways. Kick. Oh, before we get to kick. When you have your head warden, Law of Royal, or Royale, or whatever the fuck you want to call his name, threaten to remove somebody who's trying to get an issue resolved from the Discord and to suppress their channel. That's abuse of power. I'm surprised nothing was done from your staff to address that situation. I have an issue with that. Because if they're going to say that to them, what are they going to say that, say to, I don't know, their largest partners on their platform? What are they going to do to, people like me who actually have a much better understanding of what really goes on and everything else? So, yeah. Now we move to kick. Main reason why I'm not streaming to kick is because they still have sexual predators on the site. You got people joking about fucking dangerous things, such as putting guns to people's heads and mouths and stuff like that, and you don't want to actually address the issue. Your owner hasn't even spoken about half the shit. On top of that, the severe lack of moderation tools that y'all don't want to push out is enough for anybody to be like, kind of hesitant. And you wonder why there's no actual sponsorships, anything else, why nobody wants to sponsor half the fucking creators on your platform. Pretty simple. Meanwhile, you got one of your first partners to have ever gotten a check mark, Sponge, and another one, Joker, and y'all try to erase them from your history on Kick. I have a severe issue with it. Like, seriously. I have a severe fucking issue with that. I don't have your reporting tool is a fucking joke. Your support email is even more of a joke with the same copy pasta bullshit response. Yeah, you'll type up a little bit, but you'll have the same thing copied and pasted in every email. Hey, come on, man. Like, seriously. So, if you are ever curious as to why I'm not streaming to the green platforms, there's your reason. So, with that, you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Marine Veteran X. Live space at live.space/Marine Veteran. SharePlay at shareplay.tv/Marine Veteran. And yes, I am 100% serious whenever I mention partner on Twitch. It's pretty interesting when you look at the bigger picture and you see everything that's going on, especially when you've been in this industry as long as I have. I have been in the content creation world for over a decade. It'll mark 11 years in December. I have been in the live streaming area for over 9 years. That'll mark a decade in December as well. It's one of the things that everybody fails to understand is within the length of time that I've been doing stuff and, you know, the live streaming space, I see more that's going around in this industry than most will ever give me credit. But aside from that, 2 weeks of shit covered up in about less than 40 minutes. So I think I was actually pretty fucking good. I don't want to spend too much time on it because, yeah. Anyways, at the last Friday of every month, minus April, because I have something going on the 20th. But at the very last Friday of every month, I will be doing a charity stream or stack up on whatever game I decide. And currently, right now, main one is Foxhole. So I will catch y'all guys on the next one. And if you want to catch me live, mention me below. Have a good one.